Hello everyone, welcome back to the Undercut, and day 3 of testing is complete. Jack, my friend, what are your thoughts?
Red Bull are bloody quick.
They bloody are. Bloody hell.
Yeah.
What a car they've produced, eh?
I know. It's frightening. But
Very frightening.
we can hope that Ferrari are there in quali pace.
In quali pace, asterisk next to it.
Well, yeah. Well, their long run pace didn't look very good. Well, it looked better, but McLaren and Mercedes still seem that little bit better in terms of tyre wear.
Yeah, we're pretty much in the same boat we were in last year. Our main takeaways were that Ferrari do look quick. I mean, there's some hope. You know, over one lap especially, Carlos Sainz looks very quick. Charles Leclerc looks very quick. So, you know, that's always a positive. So hopefully they can give they can take the fight to Max, hopefully, in qualifying. And then if they produce a good race car or they bring some upgrades that could give them maybe a step forward, hopefully, then hopefully we could get some kind of battle at some point later down the line. But yeah, Ferrari looked better than they did last year over race pace, but their tyres still maybe look slightly more on the degraded side compared to the McLaren and the Mercedes.
I mean, even the McLaren. Well, we didn't see Lando Norris this morning because he had an issue, which is not hopeful for McLaren. I mean, McLaren, the car looks very good, but they've got niggly issues at the moment.
Yeah, they do. Hopefully that's something they fix over time.
It's not a theme. Hopefully it's not a theme for McLaren, these niggly issues.
Yeah, hopefully not. I mean, like we've said, the last two videos, the last two breakdowns, you know, reliability has been something that all the teams, mostly have gotten locked down. So
yeah, Williams seems to have cured theirs after yesterday and today.
Yeah, so hopefully, you know, we're going to it's not a big issue for McLaren, but you never know, do you?
No, they're the team that if you were to put a bet on reliability at the moment, it would be McLaren after today and yesterday.
Yeah, probably. And what are your thoughts then on Aston Martin? Where do you reckon they are after 3 days of testing? Because we saw the car looks stable, but are they maybe on the right track compared to McLaren, Mercedes, Ferrari, or are they thereabouts?
I think they've got to be put in the conversation of being there with the chasing pack of Red Bull. They have to be.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't deny the one lap pace for sure is there.
Yep.
Race pace, again, it's too hard to determine maybe whether they're... I think race pace wise, I think Mercedes are probably your closest bet to Red Bull out of all of them. But Aston Martin, are they closest to Mercedes or are they closest to Ferrari? I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? With Aston Martin, it's like you don't really know where they are. I think Alonso, the last few hours of the session, was putting in good sector times. I don't think overall there wasn't a competitive lap for a comparison to a Mercedes, a McLaren, or a Ferrari. But I think Alonso's got pace in that car, and maybe in qualifying we might see some, you know, hopefully.
The thing I did notice with Fernando was sector 1 in that Aston Martin. I think he did purple on 1 or 2 of the laps, and then the tyres seemed to have dropped off because he went yellow. And it didn't appear that Fernando himself dropped off. It just appeared that the car tyre, he's either used them all up or the car is that heavy on its tyres over one lap. I don't know.
Possibly. I mean, it could just be the case that Aston Martin overheats its rear or front tyres quicker.
Potentially.
Who knows? But yeah, I mean, Aston Martin, positive things. There's not really much negative to say apart from I've got to go back again to Alpine.
What is it? You've got a hatred for Alpine this year, apparently.
I don't. I'm neutral.
That's what you do. You hate the livery. You've shat on them in day 1. You shat on them day 2. You shat on them today. What is going on with you and Alpine?
No, but okay. One thing I will say, they added a bit more blue to the nose on that livery. Did you notice?
Oh,
There's a bit more blue on that. Am I tripping, or has they changed the livery? Have they changed the livery? Am I tripping? They've changed the livery.
You're tripping.
Have they not put more blue on that nose?
I don't think so.
I think they have. Have they not? Did I not? Am I tripping?
I think you're tripping.
Am I looking for a hopeful livery change from Alpine? I swear I saw more blue on the front of that nose today.
Honestly, I think at this point you just need to stop crying about the liveries.
Yeah, I do, to be fair. But either way, going to Alpine on a performance level, right? Alpine, maybe yesterday, maybe there was a little bit of hope for them. There was talks that potentially they haven't revealed their full set of cards. There was talk that potentially they might be in the conversation to be a front runner. But then today, I don't know. Obviously, you can't take too many things from timings. But day 3, the last day of testing, is usually the day where teams put more representative times on the board. And I don't know, they were nowhere. So, if we're going to take something from testing, it's going to be today. And I don't know, I just didn't see them anywhere.
No, I didn't see anything really from Alpine. I saw a bit more from Haas, but Alpine, I didn't see anything.
Yeah, Haas just looked good over. Haas looked good over like a race distance. They look reliable. They look like it's a good car to get to the end, but who knows how quick that car is.
Yeah, they didn't appear as far off as I originally thought they would be though, over one lap.
Yeah, no, they look okay.
Yeah, they don't look too bad. I won't write Haas off completely being last, but you never know, do you? I mean,
I reckon they'll still finish last, but they potentially have maybe cause to get a few points finishes this season potentially.
Yeah. What I found interesting past 2 days as well.
What's that?
Is going to Mercedes. Past 2 days, Mercedes have ran their cars really low.
Yeah, really low. Oh my god.
Stupidly low compared to others.
Did you see that on board with I think Bottas yesterday, was it? Where Hamilton was in front of him.
Yeah, yeah.
Man had a firework display in front of him.
I know. It was mental how low Mercedes. And do you think the Mercedes are running the car that low? Because obviously with their first concept of car, they had porpoising. Obviously this is a new concept where they've gone follow the direction of the Red Bull. Do you think they're running it that low to make sure that they don't have the porpoising back again?
I don't know. I think that I don't think it's necessarily that, because the car that they've gone with now, the philosophy, like you said, it's more akin to the RB19.
Yeah.
And they've gone back to basics, and I think that was because they couldn't extract the performance from the no side pods. The no side pods philosophy. They didn't have the technical prowess at that point in the development race to keep that kind of performance stable and to extract everything they could out of the car. So obviously they've gone back to a more traditional route like the RB19 did originally, and they've gone with the side pods. They've introduced a lot of elements that are very similar to last year's Red Bull and other cars as well. And I think that was mainly to fix the issues they had, and one of them was porpoising. Obviously, porpoising, they managed to kind of get on top of it last season, but the car still came with a range of other problems. So I think this new philosophy is to fix all of those problems that they had, including that porpoising. So I don't think it's necessarily they're running it so low to avoid porpoising, but who knows? Maybe they might have issues if they run the car higher.
Maybe. They just seem to have that car really low. It's good to see when it's a night race, I'm telling you.
Oh, it looks incredible. I cannot wait to see that Mercedes chasing down the main straight at the Bahrain Grand Prix with those sparks.
Maybe it's like a tactic for whenever any driver's behind them, there's just sparks coming at them.
Can't see shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The front wings are playing dirty air and the spark coming off the back.
I wonder how much you could do that before it becomes dangerous.
I don't know, but Mercedes seem to have gone with that route. If we get in front of Max, just throw sparks at him.
Okay, here's a question for you then. 3 days of testing done. Who's your biggest surprise? Like, who gave you the oh, they're actually pretty good kind of feeling?
Team or driver?
Anyone, doesn't matter. team or driver? Could be a collective, could be an individual.
Surprise. I would say surprise is I'd say Sauber. Steak kick Sauber, whatever bloody hell they want to be called. I think that they have some pace, and I think they've got reliable. They went well. It's hard because every single team has had pretty flawless testing, so it's hard to pick an outright because I think Sauber, I expected more niggly things than anyone else. I don't know why.
It's a gut feeling.
A gut feeling. I think Sauber's on an upward trajectory with this car. I don't know.
Yeah. It seems like you're on a downward trajectory.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, no, I agree with Sauber, actually. I was going to say Sauber as a whole. I think it's not so much the pace that surprised me because, you know, once again, the pack is so close this season, apart from Red Bull, that it's like you can't. They're probably going to be more towards the back, but you can never tell, right? But I think just on board with the car looks good.
It looks very good.
Bottas and Zhou, they're throwing it into the corners, and it's sticking. I didn't think they had many issues. I thought they were going to be more obviously towards the back, but they weren't.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you could say biggest surprise of anyone would be Alpine for me in terms of the I don't know, just
what
I
is it
don't.
with Alpine?
Bro,
Leave him alone.
so I'm telling you, it's something.
Leave Alpine alone.
Something's off with them this season, Jack. I'm telling you, something's off with them.
And
Something's off with Alpine. Something's
got
off with them.
You've got an Alpine hatred on right now.
Okay, I'm calling this right now. Clip this because I'm prediction next week, barring qualifying, Alpine are both out in Q1. Both of them.
Yeah, probably.
Both. Yeah, but there you go.
No. I don't think both.
Let me guess. Pierre Gasly's not going out, and now Ocon is because.
Yeah, I think it'll be Magnussen 20th, Sargent 19th, Hulkenberg 18th, Zhou 17th, and Ocon 16th.
Nice.
I've called it.
I'm gonna go Magnussen, Ocon, Gasly, Zhou, Hulkenberg.
Okay.
Out in Q1. I think.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, no. Anything else? I mean, it was just more of the same, really, wasn't it today?
Yeah, even the drain returned today.
I know, bro. It was just a carbon copy of yesterday, bro. What's going on? What's going on?
Yeah.
But there is a few things that I do want to talk about. Is that obviously now that testing is done, that means our next podcast, which will be coming out very shortly, will be our post-testing predictions for the season. Based on, well, it could, yeah. I mean, that's what we've been teasing for a fair few podcasts now.
Maybe it won't. Maybe it won't.
Do we even need to do one now? It's basically what we thought, all the same from our last predictions video.
Maybe we won't do that as a podcast. I don't think. Maybe that can be a video for next week.
Well, either way, it's coming. We're doing some kind of post testing prediction thing anyway next week. That's all I'll say. But yeah, I think as well going into the Bahrain Grand Prix, I'm excited. I'm cautiously optimistic about it though because the pace of the Red Bull looks great. And what's funny is I think we picked up right where we left off last year as well. Perez doesn't seem as comfortable in that car as Max does, and it's I don't know. It just seems more of what we had from last season, really.
I could see the top 5 quite easily being Max, Charles, Hamilton, Carlos, George.
You think so?
Yeah. I'm going bold there.
That's bold. Okay, if we're doing predictions, is that qualifying?
We'll save that for another.
Okay. We'll do. Well, I mean, obviously, since the season's starting next week, we'll start doing predictions
We'll start bringing in some predictions then next week, I reckon.
But yeah, anything else to take from testing today?
Red Bull quick, Ferrari quick 1 lap. Mercedes look like they've solved all their issues. Aston Martin have carried on their form of last season. McLaren look where they left off pretty good. Alpine, you hate. Sauber look probably where we expect, maybe a little bit better, produced a good car. Williams again with Sauber. Haas look like the tail end of the field. Who've I missed out?
RB,
yeah. I don't know where they'll be. I think they'll just be off Aston Martin. They'll be just off, but ahead of the lot, I reckon. So,
RB where I expect them to be, I think.
Yeah, pretty good roundup. All teams, good reliability near enough. McLaren, few niggly issues. Williams, few niggly issues. Everyone else, solid test. Done.
Yeah. Thanks for watching our testing day 3 roundup. It's been interesting. I mean, who knows? Next year, maybe we'll stream testing live.
Yeah,
that'd be fun. That'd be fun.
That's all down to people who watch.
That's for you guys, so make sure you subscribe. But obviously, I think this test has been something a bit different than usual, because usually I felt like day 1 there was a lot to talk about. Day 2 and 3, possibly not as much, and I think it's been a test where we've seen relatively sort of the same stuff happen day in, day out, and I think it's been more of a consistent test, but more of a... We sort of pick up where we left off last year, so I don't know. It's just, yeah. 2023.5, I guess you could say, going into the season. 2024 isn't until next year, till Lewis Hamilton goes to Ferrari.
I really hope not.
Yeah, I hope not either. But either way, thanks for watching, and obviously subscribe. We'll see you for, I think, the podcast on Monday, and then the next time we'll see you after that will be Saturday afternoon for the Bahrain Friday afternoon, sorry. Friday afternoon, it's a Saturday race. Friday afternoon for the Bahrain Grand Prix qualifying. So I'm excited. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later.